Hello. We got a big update the other day. 2 days ago, yesterday, whatever. December 10th. 1.1 just launched, and with it, the Switch. If you're a Nintendo Switch owner, you now have access to Dauntless for free, and it's crossplay. That's awesome. We knew it was coming. We just kept waiting, and we're like, dude, it's halfway through December. You got 2 weeks left. What are you guys doing? They're just like, it comes out today. Big stuff. Cool. Also, patch notes. Also, new mode. Also, new behemoth. New progression. New hunt pass. There's a lot of stuff. Patch notes aren't so big. I'll leave a link in the description below if you want to go through every little detail of the patch notes. You can also go over to playdauntless.com, click on news and patch notes. Boom. Easy peasy. Basically new to Dauntless, like I just said, a new behemoth called Malkurian, a new mode called Escalation. They reworked the combat HUD. Behemoths now have a 4-step health indicator. So for those of you that are new to the game, we used to not have health bars. You'd have to judge the behemoth's health by how much scar tissue was on its body. And also by playing the game a lot, you kind of already knew. Player inbox is live, so now there's an actual message inbox thing for messages and communication purposes. Quests now show you rewards up front. The emote wheel now has a quick chat item, so now you can send messages like, help, I'm dying, GG, stuff like that, you know. Normal things that you could, yeah, for console people. Large text option added. Confirmed the back buttons can now be swapped on all platforms. Japanese is now fully supported on all platforms. New intro, cinematic, and tutorial. Balance changes, not a lot, but Warpike. It seems like every update, the Warpike's getting a little bit of love. Little bit of love. I don't see any nerfs this time. The strikers have seen 3 nerfs in a row now. Not massive. They were overpowered as hell, dude. I haven't gone back and played with strikers yet either to see how much different they are. But beating a lot of the heroic behemoths in under 2 minutes with strikers, come on. Piercing Flurry final attack and dodge, piercing, dodge hitboxes have been increased to match other Piercing Flurry attacks. Piercing Flurry final attack stamina cost reduced. Heavy final attack stamina cost, stamina. So it looks like they're making it to where you don't get stamina starved as much, which was a big thing with Warpike. So that's cool. I don't see any damage or anything, but stamina. If a player gains attack speed in the middle of a move, the current move will speed up to match that buff speed. That's cool. That's cool. Quality of life. Bounty changes. Complete number hunts. Weapon counts as 2. Bounties change to be hunt. Number behemoths. Weapon counts as 2. So each escalation behemoth counts towards your total. This affects all versions of the slay as you fist. If you have 2 axe, chains of cool slay. Okay, so all these now. Okay, so you can do escalation. Get basically if you kill behemoths in escalation, it counts towards your bounties, which is good because that's all I want to do is escalation. That's all I've been doing is escalation. Added a new set of bounty cards based around killing behemoths based on their specific elements. New bounties are you're hot and you're cold, so kill a number of blaze and frost, terra and shock, frost and shock, blah blah blah. So those are good too because those still work in escalation. I've been doing all of these bounties while doing strictly escalation, which is a cool mode. I like it a lot. Performance. They just did a bunch of CPU performance and optimization. Ramsgate. Cat now has a compass marker in Ramsgate. The middleman now has a silver compass marker. If you have cells cooking, NPC dialogue screens now open automatically if there is only a single quest to accept or redeem. Gameplay downslayers will only get to notice to use a stim or to revive if they have stims available. That's your revive. If you have revives available, you'll get notice. If you don't, you won't. Increased AFK timer to 10 minutes when playing solo or in a private hunt with friends. That's cool. I didn't know what the AFK timer was yet in this game. I know that they added a big one, or a tiny one. AFK timer will no longer apply to downed slayers or to the end of hunt screen. Overhauled the quest text for all quests. Unlocked items on the personality menu will always show first and stay in the same order. Matchmaking status has a new animation that slides out of view when the menu is closed to clearly identify status. Oh, I haven't noticed that yet. I'm usually talking to chat, though. Loadout is now referred to as equipment. The layout of the equipment screen has been reworked, and its default key changed to I. It drove me nuts. It used to be L. Middleman cell amounts now show X1 rather than just a blank when only a single cell is present. Bug fixes, boom. Boom, I'll leave this on screen for a moment. Again, I'll have a link in the description if you want to run down. Boom, boom, boom. Cosmetics, fixed clipping, fixed a bug, fixed a bug. UI, fixed a bug where keyboard shortcuts didn't work when inside the inside, blah, blah, blah. Grim Onslaught, Relentless Onslaught, Reckless Sleep, and Twin Suns combo lists are now correct. Okay. Stormclaw and Valamir armor default dies now match their icons again. Okay. And, the majority of stuff in this update isn't changes, not like the past. So it's literally the new mode, the Switch release, the new behemoth. So if we go over to news, we'll go to latest news. So Storm Chasers is the new update. The Hunt Pass, Myth and Legend, I got a video on that. Link will be in the description. So here we go. Here's all the news on 1.1, the official launch of the Nintendo Switch. They have, there's cosmetics for Nintendo also. So if you port your account into Dauntless on the Switch, you can get the cosmetics onto your account. Escalation, Valkyrian, Myth and Legend. Quick chat, there's your wheel for your quick chat. What do you got? You can do it. Hello, thank you. On my way. Help. Sorry. Good luck. And cancel. The new HUD here. You now have the behemoth in the upper right-hand corner with a heart. They've changed the items up here in the left. It used to be just a circle with a line. The line was the timer. You now have two independent circles for your tap and your hold lantern abilities, and they now have icons that show your abilities, which is kind of neat. We now have health, HP numbers, and stamina numbers. That's completely, that's cool. That's cool. I'm a numbers guy, so that's awesome. All right, so we've seen all that stuff that was in the patch notes. Let's go back up. Nintendo, we already know about that. Escalation. Basically, Escalation is a survival-based game mode that increases in difficulty, and you increase in power as you progress. Long story short. It also has the introduction of two behemoths at once. It's pretty cool because the behemoths can hit each other and interact with each other. They don't fight each other per se, but I've seen Embermane get booped in the 2 days of playing probably a dozen times by other behemoths. It's pretty badass. Just this image here is exactly what it is. You've got a new behemoth, Malkurian, in the very background. He's a flying dragon, and you have to work your way up the platforms fighting behemoths one after the other, about 5 in a row. And then if you can make it that far, you fight the Master Behemoth, the boss. They're calling it the seasonal boss, which makes me wonder if next season that we'll get a new behemoth. That'd be cool. Another thing that's happening is as you're gaining XP in Escalation, your lantern is now charging up and becoming more powerful, making your overall strength and resistance stronger. So the previous cap of resistance and damage output on your weapons was 550, and my lantern has like a plus 27 or 28 on it right now. I'm at 578, I think, on my weapon instead of 550. So Escalation also makes you stronger. That's what it's saying here, to charge your lantern. And then it also allows you to go into a new progression sheet in-game where it has a bunch of perks that you can spec into with the XP earned in Escalation, that then you can go apply bonuses after every behemoth. They're only for that time, that run, and it's RNG on what bonuses apply. So basically you kill the behemoth, the first behemoth, you go over to a crystal that charges up. You click on the crystal, it gives you an option of some bonus perks to pick that apply through the rest of your survival run or your Escalation run. It's RNG on how many or which ones show up. You can pick from 3. Later on you can pick from 4 as you progress through. But the XP and the talent points, you can go into this progression sheet and you'd be like, well, if this perk shows up, it'll be like if you dodge, you get 10% extra damage. So does everybody in your match. You can spec into that perk. So when it shows up, it could be like 20 or 30 or 1,000,000% extra damage, right? So you can buff the perks that show up, but you can't choose the same perks every time because they're random, which changes the flow a little bit, which is cool. That's what they're talking about right here, the little talent tree. The damage meter, escalation level, so it shows you as you progress, the behemoths get stronger, basically. They all have their own enrage meter. Malkurion, the dragon, you can now, they have a new mounting system, so there's certain things that he does where he puts vents on the ground. You can jump on that, launch you into the air. You can then grapple down onto him. You can do heavy attacks, light attacks, and there's different positions on his body. You can get on his tail, his body, his head. Head will cause severe stagger damage. You can sever his tail easier if you get on his tail. However, you have to learn when to re-jump off so he doesn't shake you off. Or re-grapple back down so you can stay on him. Grapple, jump, grapple. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Did I say it's pretty cool? Trying to speed it up. Let's see, legendary weapons. So with Malkurion, we now get a new armor set, obviously, and then new weapons, obviously. If you're familiar with the game, each behemoth, when you unlock the behemoth, gives you an armor set corresponding to that behemoth, and then a whole weapon set. So every weapon in the game has a weapon corresponding to that behemoth. This time around, these are called legendary weapons. They start off at a +10. They are extremely expensive. But if you think about it, to craft and level up a weapon from level 1 to level 10, it's extremely expensive. So you have to save all these mats and pieces. And I'll tell you right now, breaking the legs on Malkurion, at least for us, is impossible. We've got 0 leg breaks. We've gotten 2 tail pieces, a ton of head pieces. He always faces you. Head pieces are easy. The tail is all over the place. I think once we get more familiar with the mounting mechanic and staying on him, the tail might be a little easier in the long run. But as of right now, the tail is a little bit of a headache, and none of us have been able to get a leg break on him yet. There are a lot of booping opportunities that we're missing. Once you're able to boop them, I imagine we'll be able to focus as a group on the feet as well and get some feet pieces. One of the cool things about the legendary weapons is they will accept every cell in the game. Whereas every item in the game has unique, like it'll gives you 1 power slot or 1 utility slot, right? And you're stuck with those combinations. You can put whatever you want in these weapons. They also have a bonus. They all have the same bonus. You can do it once per fight, but you can teleport to the behemoth and do massive damage 1 time. They can also mimic another. So if you want to use a Hellion weapon and you're like, well, is this new legendary weapon going to be better? It doesn't have any set stats or perks on it. You just mimic. So basically, it's a level 10 weapon with a new move that then you can turn into any other weapon in the game. So if you want to use a Hellion weapon, but you want to add the new move to it, you can. You just turn your legendary weapon into the Hellion weapon. You got the Hellion perk where every 6th hit does the 200 damage or whatever. It's something similar to that. You can have your 2 power slots if you want. And then I think it has either Overpower or Rage Hunter built into the Hellion weapon, and that would be applied also to this legendary weapon. I almost have one crafted. It's cool. And then when you get to the end of your talent tree of Escalation, they've got the Ultra Armor of the new item set. So this is a cosmetic set right here you're looking at. Bam! It's awesome. It's awesome. I'm almost there. I'm almost to 25. Pretty cool. Let's see if the mount up gives us any information here. Does it? Death from above. Slayers who prove this. Okay. Mounted attacks. Mount it. There is a tutorial that pops up in-game. I've been searching my VOD to try to find it because it gives you detailed step-by-step how to mount, dodge, and what to look for, and I can't find it, and I can't re-pull it up in-game. So I'm hoping this right here will tell me. And they like this grappling and stuff, so they're saying future flights, the Malkurion may be the first behemoth that you can mount, but it won't be the last. We're already looking at ways to make mounted attacks work with future fights. Keep an eye out on our roadmap for a high-level look ahead and share your mounted screenshots with us on Twitter. Grappling attack, tooth and tail. Oh, yeah, he can grab you, and then if your team doesn't save you, you're dead. He'll chomp on you, throw you in the air, Dragon Ball Z style, jump in the air above you, and then tail slap you back into the ground. It's brutal. It's brutal. The only thing that I wish would happen more is that there would be more of an explosion when your body hits the ground, and there'd be a bounce. It would be glorious. If you guys could do that for me. It'd be awesome. Totally awesome. Yeah. So, lots of new stuff. Lots of new stuff. So, on top of all that new stuff, Ramsgate is now covered in snow. It's wintertime. It's holiday season. The Trials Island is still over there. Is it covered in snow? Looks like it. Lady Luck's stuff is up there. You get your new hunt pass here. All of this is still the same. Lady Luck's shop, all of the trial stuff. There's nothing new in the Lady Luck store. FYI. All of this is still the same. I'll show you what I'm talking about with the legendary weapon. You come down here. You get 2 prismatic cells here, which means you can put any kind of cell you want in there. Bond. Select a perk and unique effect from another weapon of the same element and type in your inventory. So I could literally turn this into Hellion Sword if I wanted to. And the unique effect, and this is the same on all of the Malkarian weapons. Legendary ability, teleport to a behemoth dealing shock damage, usable once but resets on behemoth kill. Awesome. But look at this, man. 3 tail pieces, 6 head pieces, 1,500 basic pieces, 4 epic, 20 rare. Oof. Oof. There's the sword. Here's the axe. Here's the hammer. Chain blades. Pike. Show you guys the fist weapons right quick. We got the fist weapons. There's even a barrel.
You require something.
Right here. Boom. Same thing, teleport to the behemoth.
Go. You are needed on the frontier.
You have to come over here to Ark and Drew, your lantern vendor, to get all your quests to progress and get things queued up. Here's your talent tree and progression tree for escalation. As you earn points, you start progressing. Like, these aren't all available. You have to have a certain amount of points here first before this second column opens up, and then the third and the fourth and the fifth, and then you get over here to the final column, which I just unlocked last night. Also, as you get talent points unlocked in the top right here, I have 15 that I've unlocked so far, so I have 15 points down below. When I get 20 points, basically, I'll be able to unlock Power Boost 3, 25 points. I'll be able to get all of the ultimate cosmetic set. I think this was at 15, this was 10, this was 5, and this might have been 1 talent point. I can't remember. But this makes you stronger and more beefier. So you do more damage and more damage reduction. And here's the beefed up version of it, level 2, and here's the third and final version of it as well. Also right here you'll see that my lantern has a plus 30. Oh, I thought I was at 28. That's what I'm saying. So on top of these things, your lantern charges, you get plus 30. We'll go back into the character really quick, and if you look down here, my lantern gives me plus 30 attack and plus 30 resistance. The weapon was 550. I'm at 580, and then my resistance is at 570. Awesome. And that carries into main game. I do not believe that the perks up here, this Power Boost 1, Power Boost 2, and Power Boost 3, carry into main game. That is for escalation only. Yes. Yes. Awesome. Awesome update. Lot to do. I'm obsessed. I can't get enough of it. Fighting 2 behemoths as one is amazing. Totally amazing. And the new Malkarion is not so bad. Fun and all over the place. Anyways, I stream daily on Twitch at twitch.tv/SlyGumbi between the late night hours of 8 p.m. till about 2 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's West Coast United States. You can follow me on Twitter at SlyGumbi for news, updates, goofiness. We get a Discord channel. Link will be in the description below, along with a ton of other Dauntless video tutorials, guides, whatnot. Go to our website, slygumbi.com. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye now.